Then I'll ask you the questions, and you do a good job like you always do.
Perfect. I'm ready.
All right, cool. Give me a quick second. So how's your morning going?
It's good. It's been nice having a few games off, so I'm like taking a little bit slower than normal.
Okay. How's the weather in Texas right now?
It's good. It's been good. It's not too hot. We had our hot spell very early, so now it's nothing. We had 115, so now it's like anything versus that. It's pretty chilly.
That's awesome.
How's it in Georgia?
It's pretty hot. The thing about Georgia is it always rains and it stops. Like the weather changes like really quickly here.
Oh, okay.
It's rain all day, or it's just like it just changes quickly. Like it'd be pouring right now, and then it'll just stop out of nowhere. So it's pretty inconsistent.
So if it starts raining, it doesn't mean it's going to be raining all day.
Yeah, no.
Gotcha. Okay. I've always wondered how weather works a few states over.
Yeah, it's
not consistent.
It's a little bit different. But yeah, we'll get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jansen Harris here with the final play on the Just Good Network. Joining me is our Braves reporter, Berkeley Adams. Berkeley, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. The Braves, they are 44-45, 6-4 in the last 10 games. Not bad. 24-22 at home. Road record a little bit iffy, 20-23. Give me your thoughts, though, on Ozzie Albies and how he's been playing. Like, break down how his season's been going.
Yeah, so Albies is a hitter and he's a second baseman. And while he's consistent. He's good. He is batting an average of .262, which is good. It's consistent. He's had 15 home runs, 61 RBIs, and an OPS of .823. So I think that Albies and Freeman are both going to be names that I'm going to see popping up more often now that Acuna is out set for the season. I think that with these 15 home runs and with Freeman's home runs, that they're both going to be hopefully taking off. And second baseman wise, he's played in 82 games and he's had 192 assists. So he's doing his job while he's in. And I think that him and Freeman will definitely their names will be popping up more often as I broadcast. And hopefully they are going to be stepping in and helping the team out as well.
Absolutely. And even from a leadership point of view, we know how much Acuna meant to this team. A lot of people thought he would win the MVP. So, yeah, Albies is going to have to step up in that department as well. You just touched on Freeman. Let's talk about the NL MVP from a year ago. How has Freeman been doing?
Freeman is good. He's a first baseman. He's a hitter. He is batting as consistent as Albie is. He's at a .272, so they're both pretty close. He's had 19 home runs, so a bit more than Albies. He's had 50 RBIs, so he can bring him in, and he's at a .871 for an OPS. So he's proving he can get on base while he is batting. First baseman-wise, he's great. First baseman is a pressured position. The ball is coming to you nearly every play. He's doing great while he's out there. He's played in 88 games, and he's had 51 assists. So normally with first baseman, that's pretty good because they're normally stable right there at first and the ball comes to them. So for him to have these numbers, he's doing really well.
Okay, Berkeley, I want to throw this one in before we move to the Braves pitching. This team, like I mentioned, is 44-45. Mm-hmm. Are you more confident that this team, after this All-Star break now, is going to start striding and put some winning streaks together and put themselves in that playoff picture?
Absolutely. I think that if this team can figure out their groove without Acuna sooner than later, I think that they can definitely get into a routine play of, okay, we are missing a key piece of our puzzle. That's huge. How are we going to adjust? And they've had this week to discuss it. They've had this week to practice if a player needs to play a certain position that they're not as used to. I think that if they can get their routine going and know which player does best in which position now, then if they can get that streak going now, even if they fall short some games, it's okay. That's going to happen. But I think to know they just lost Acuna for the season.
Yeah.
I think that it's going to be huge. The biggest time more than ever to know what your routine is, know what your groove is, know where your players are best at, and get that started now. They play Friday, so hopefully we can see their new positions and how they're doing on Friday.
Absolutely. And Brian Snitker, going back to him and his coaching, we know coming into this season that the expectations for this Braves team is to make a deep playoff run. Now, losing Acuna, he has the experience where it's like, hey, guys, let's come together. Let's not fall apart. Let's play hard for him. Tearing that ACL is tough to deal with. Hopefully he comes back the same player, and hopefully it's the rehab process. They don't rush it at all. Because I know with some players, they rush the process, and then you see injury after injury after injury. So we'll see if this Braves team can, again, come together and put some streaks together so they could make a push for the playoffs. Finally, the Braves pitching, they've been up and down all year long, and we've been talking about this pitching. Which pitcher has been the most consistent for the Braves, for all the viewers out there? Because there has been a lot of complaints about the pitching, the inconsistencies, and about the Braves potentially trading to bring in another pitcher. Who's been the most consistent, Berkeley, from your knowledge?
Yes, I see those comments. They're unhappy. They're wanting a change, and I'm going to have to give it to Morton. He's a starting right-handed pitcher. His win-to-loss ratio is 8-3. Which for the Braves, that is really good. You know, even with Fried last time I checked, he was at a 4-4, 4-3. So for Morton to have an 8-3 win to loss ratio, I see whenever I watch him playing, he's had 114 strikeouts, and he's consistent. He's precise wherever he wants the ball to go. That's where it's going to go. He's got great control over the ball, and I'm definitely, every time that Morton comes in, I'm like, okay, I think we're going to have a good start, and he's going to have a clean slate whenever he goes out.
Absolutely. Great breakdown, Berkeley. This is Berkeley Adams, our Atlanta Braves reporter. She's doing a phenomenal job. Love the breakdowns. Can't wait for your next video to come out. So I appreciate you. I'm Jansen Harris here with the Final Play on the Jessica Network. We are sponsored by Your Future Media. For all media purposes, visit Your Future Media and the GGC Game Room. If you go to Gwinnett College, visit the Game Room, play the PlayStation, the Xbox, etc. Thank you, Berkeley.
Thank you.
Great breakdown.